And good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium and downtown Minneapolis. It is time for Golden Gopher Baseball on Radio K Sports Radio. My name is Blake Mortensen, and today the Golden Gophers look to salvage a win against Air Force. This is the third game of a three-game series. The Golden Gophers lost the first two games to the Falcons. On the bump today will be the Rosemount, Minnesota native, Aiden Maldonado. He's a right-handed pitcher, redshirt junior. On the season, he has thrown 13.1 innings. He has an ERA of 6.08. Also 0-2 on the season, so he will be taking the bump here shortly as we have the starting lineups going on right now here from U.S. Bank Stadium. Looking at the Golden Gophers' last four games, they are on a four-game skid right now, dating back to March 6th, where they fell to Notre Dame, who is number 12 in the entire nation. They lost that game 3-1. Then they lost to North Dakota State, also right here at U.S. Bank Stadium on Tuesday, 5-2. And now against Air Force, they have dropped the first two games of this three-game series. In game one, it was 8-7 in a tight ball game. And yesterday afternoon, it was 15-6 in favor of Air Force. Looking at the starting lineups for the Falcons, batting leadoff will be the center fielder, Blake Coven. Batting second will be first baseman number 5, Sam Kolizaming. The designated hitter will be batting third, that is number 7, Jake Griving. The right fielder batting fourth, number 16, Gabriel Garcia. Center fielder, number 18, is batting fifth. That is Braden Alterfor. The third baseman batting sixth is number 1, Jay Thomason. The shortstop, number 7, or number 12 rather, batting seventh is Eric Joe. Batting eighth is second baseman number 2, Traden Tamia. And the left fielder batting in the last spot, number 13, Jason Booker. And the Falcons will be coming up to bat here to start this one here very shortly. Once again, Aiden Maldonado on the bump for the Golden Gophers here this afternoon on this Sunday afternoon from downtown Minneapolis. As the public address announcer is still announcing the starting lineups here, and we will wait for the national anthem. Once again, head coach of the Golden Gophers is John Anderson. His 41st season as the manager here at the University of Minnesota for the Golden Gopher baseball team. And now here's the national anthem from downtown Minneapolis. All right, here we go, baseball fans. Just about ready for the opening pitch here from downtown Minneapolis, as Aiden Maldonado will get his last couple warm-up pitches in here. And then the center fielder, Blake Coven, will come up to bat of Flower Mound, Texas. He's a junior on the Air Force Academy. Beautiful day out today here in the Twin Cities. Sun is out, blue skies, and it's about 40 degrees. Of course, we're in this indoor stadium, so it's pretty hot in here. I'm sure the Gophers are pretty used to playing here by now. They've played quite a few games at this stadium. They started here with St. Thomas on March 1st to start the month. Won that game 12-0, then dropped their second game to South Dakota State 7-5. And then they hosted the Cambria College Classic, and they won one of the games against Kansas, and then played in two tight ball games against two nationally ranked teams. Number 25, West Virginia, they lost that game 5-4, and then fell to number 12, Notre Dame, 3-1. So that was a pretty good weekend for the Golden Gophers. But lately, in the last three games, the Gophers have lost, looking to get back in the win column here this afternoon. So Coven will now come up to bat here. He has an average of .421 on the season. Left-handed batter. Golden Gophers are in their gold jerseys here this afternoon. White pants and maroon cap. Maldonado is set. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's going to be fouled back into the stands, and it's 0-1 on the first pitch. Coven's a junior on this Air Force team. Here's the 0-1 from Maldonado. That one's going to be outside, so 1-1. Here's the third pitch from the righty, and it's going to be a bunt to the left side of the diamond, and that will be a leadoff base hit for Coven to start the ball game on that 1-1 pitch. A beautifully placed bunt there on the left side of that diamond near the foul line. Jack Kelly, the third baseman, made a nice play there. Nice attempt, but it was a beautiful bunt there by Coven to start the game. So Coven's at first base. Air Force gets a leadoff hit here this afternoon. And now that one's going to be laced to the second baseman. Gophers looking to turn two, and they will complete it as Kalizm. Oh, I hope I'm saying that. I'm probably not saying that right. I'll make sure to get that pronunciation. But the first baseman, he grounds into a double play. So quickly, 2 outs now for Aiden Maldonado. Now the third hitter will be up. This is Griving, the designated hitter, average of .292 on the season. Here's the first pitch, and that one's going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Griving of Parker, Colorado. Looks like he also pitches as a right-handed pitcher. Now this one's going to be fouled away. Quickly 0-2 now. For some reason, the balls and strikes and outs are not registering on the scoreboard here at US Bank Stadium. Either way, I have it on my computer here, but for the fans, they don't know what the count is unless you're paying attention at all times. 0-2, Maldonado to Griving. And that one's going to be low now, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Maldonado, and now that one's going to be fouled back. And it stays 1-2. We'll do it again with the same count. Like I mentioned, Maldonado, he is a transfer student from the University of Illinois. Joining the Golden Gophers this season as a redshirt junior. Here's the 1-2 pitch from the righty, and that one's going to be dribbled, but foul. 1-2 once again. 2 down here in the top of the first inning here from U.S. Bank Stadium. The 24-time Big Ten champions, Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on Air Force Academy. Air Force, they're wearing all gray today with navy blue numbers. And also kind of looks like a black hat. One and two once again to Griving. Here's a pitch. Yeah, and he got him. Strike three swinging. And that does it for the top of the first inning here from U.S. Bank Stadium. A fairly quick inning for Aiden Maldonado, getting that double play and striking out the third hitter, Griving. Gophers coming up to bats here. Bateman, Grimm, and Stakey coming up here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to downtown Minneapolis. Gophers up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. And here is Brett Bateman, and he laces it to deep center field. But the center fielder, Coven, is there for the catch as he had to run to his right a little bit to get the first out of the bottom of the first on the first pitch. So Bateman quickly down after that line out. Now batting second is Otto Grimm, the right fielder. Average of 105 on the season. Here's the first pitch, and now he's looking to bunt, but that one is outside. So that will be ball one. Air Force did not score in the top of the first inning, so we're scoreless here. 1-0 to Grimm, and that one's up and away. 2-0 now. And that one's going to be low and inside, it looks like. By the way, the starting pitcher for Air Force is Ryan Storr, right-handed pitcher out of Morrison, Colorado. He's a junior. 3-0, and that one's going to be up and away. So a 4-pitch walk to the second hitter, Otto Grimm. He will scamper to first base. And now the ever dangerous Chase Stanky's up to bat. Lots of home runs on the season for the Golden Gophers catcher. Coming into the series, Stanky had 7 home runs, which leads the Big Ten. Also ranks 3rd in slugging percentage, .808, and 7th in doubles with 6. So Stanky has been ranking so far here this season for this Golden Gopher team. He swung at the first pitch, strike one, now the 0-1. That one's low, and the catcher, Altifer, had to block that one in the dirt. So 1-1 now on the Golden Gopher catcher. Otto Grimm at first base. Here's the pitch from Storr. That one's low. 2-1 now. Grimm still at first base. Jay Stanky, he's a senior on this Golden Gopher team out of Sugar Grove, Illinois. Played his high school baseball at Marian Academy, and now he will hit that one back for a foul ball. 2-2 now. Storr to Stanky, 1 out, runner at first base. And here's the pitch. And that one's going to hit Stanky. And Grimm was taking off anyways on that pitch. So runners at first and second now. And the cleanup hitter, Jack Kelly, will come up to bat. The third baseman on this Golden Gopher club. So a big spot here for the Golden Gophers early. Like I said, runners at first and second. Grimm at second base, Stanky at first base. Jack Kelly with an average of .383 on the season. Here's the first pitch from Storr, and that one's going to be in there for the strike, catching the outside corner. So 0-1 on the Golden Gopher third baseman. Here's the pitch from Storr, and now Kelly swings and misses there, 0-2. So Store is ahead in this count here. And here's the 0-2 pitch from the righty. That one's going to be hit up in the air. 3 players from Air Force running to catch that one. In comes the right fielder. That is Garcia. And he will put that one away for out number 2. Stanky still at first base. Grimm at second with 2 down. Now Ronald Sweeney will come up to bat, the first baseman. He has an average of .232 on the season. So 2 down, runners at first and second. Store to Sweeney. That one's going to be grounded to the first baseman. And that will do it for the bottom of the first inning as I struggle with that name, Clism. He puts that one away for out number 3. So scoreless after the first inning here from US Bank Stadium. Air Force coming up to bat once again, and Maldonado will be back on the mound for another inning of work. And we'll bring that coverage to you right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, everybody, to downtown Minneapolis, top of the second tier, Golden Gophers and the Falcons, as this ball is driven to center field. Bateman back to the wall, and that one hits the batter's eye, and that's a solo home run for the right fielder, Gabriel Garcia. At first, it looked like that wasn't going to be out of the park, but it kept drifting back further and further, and Garcia gets a leadoff home run here in the second inning to make it 1-0 in favor of the Falcons. Hit that right over the 381 mark of this stadium, hitting the batter's eye. So once again, that was Gabriel Garcia of Miami, Florida. Senior right fielder on this team. Now batting is the 5th hitter catcher. That's number 18, Braden Alterfer. On the first pitch, it was ball 1. And now this one's going to be grounded. lace to the left fielder, Will Height, and that will be a base hit for Alterfer. So quickly, 2 hits for Air Force to start this second inning. Of course, the first hit of the inning was Garcia's solo home run. So runner at first base, no outs. Now batting is Thomason. First pitch is high and inside for ball 1. One and 0 on Thomason. Here's a pitch from Maldonado. That one looks like that one was high. Air Force actually have gray uniforms on with the Yankee pinstripes. Here's a 2-0, and that one's lined to right field. And right fielder Otto Grimm will put that one away for out number 1 of the inning. So 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Runner at first base, 1-0 in favor of Air Force Academy over the Golden Gophers. Now batting is the 7th hitter, shortstop Eric Joe. Average of 175 on the season. Here's the first pitch, but Maldonado is going to check up on the runner at first base. Once again, Alterfer is at first base after a single. Now here's the first pitch, and that one's in there for a strike, for strike 1 on Joe. Eric Joe of Bingham Farms, Michigan. And now Maldonado's going to check up on the runner once again. Oh, and 1 to Joe. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be outside now. 1-1. And here's a pitch, and now Joe tries bunting that one, but instead fouls it back. So 1-2 now on the Air Force shortstop. So 1 down, runner at first, 1-2, and the runner's going. And sliding in, and that will be a stolen base for Thomason, or Alterfer rather. So Alterfer at second base now in scoring position with only 1 out. It's 2-2 on Eric Joe. One nothing Air Force here in the top of the second inning. For that solo home run for Garcia. 2-2 on Joe. And that one's going to be fouled into the netting. And we'll do it again. 2-2. Maldonado to Joe. Here's the pitch. Got him. Strike 3 swinging. So Maldonado racks up another strikeout here. So Joe strikes out swinging. 2 down now here in this second inning. That runner, Altifer, is still at second base. And now batting will be Traden Tamia, the second baseman. Here's the first pitch from Maldonado to Tamia. And that one's going to be in there for a strike. Oh and 1 for Maldonado here. And now he's going to check up on the runner. As he threw it to the shortstop, Drew Stahl. Just a little checkup there. Wasn't really a close play. So that runner is still at second base. 0-1 to Tamia. And now Maldonado is going to step off here. As it looked like the runner, Altifer, was maybe going to take off there. Now here's a pitch for Maldonado, and that one's fouled back. Now 0-2 with 2 down. So 0-2, Maldonado to Tamia. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back. Nice cut there by Tamia as he fouled that one straight back. 0-2 once again. Like I said, Tamia has an average of 95 on the season, looking to improve that number here. He gets a base hit, he would be able to drive in Altifer. Here's the pitch, and that one's way up there, almost hit Tamia in the head. So that will be ball 1 in the count now. So 1-2. Maldonado to Tamia. 2 down. Runner at second. The 2-1. Or 1-2 rather. That one's sliced to the right side. Foul ball. Souvenir baseball there as a couple Golden Gopher baseball fans. Kids are running after that one to take home that souvenir. 1-2 once again. Here's a pitch from Maldonado. Hey, got him! Strike 3 swinging. He threw that one in the upper part of the zone, and he beats Tamia on that one. So Maldonado, he lets up a couple hits. 1 solo home run, but gets out of the inning only letting up 1 run. So that does it for the top of the second inning. The Golden Gophers are coming up to bat for the bottom of 2. And that is coming up next right here on Radio K Sports. Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to U.S. Bank Stadium. Gophers up to bat here in the bottom of the second. It's 1-1 on the shortstop, Drew Stahl. Now 2-1. Pitcher Storr still on the mound for another inning after having a scoreless first. The 2-1 to Stahl. That one's inside. 3-1 now. Hitters count for Stahl. The Golden Gophers shortstop has an average of .237 on the season. And here's the 3-1, and that one's way up there. That's going to be high for ball 4. So Stahl will draw a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second inning. And walks will haunt as they are playing that on the video board here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Now batting is Noah Berghammer, the second baseman, number 35, and he's a redshirt junior from Janesville, Wisconsin. And it looks like he's looking to bunt, and Stahl is running, and he is going to be thrown out at second base. So Stahl tried stealing the base there, but he gets thrown out as the catcher, Altifer, threw it to shortstop Joe. So now there's one down here. Looks like Berghammer's getting one of his first at-bats of the season as he has a 0 average. Of course, that doesn't mean anything, but I'm sure he hasn't had a lot of bats this season. It's 0-1 on the Gopher second baseman. 1-1, actually. And here's the pitch. That one's going to get past the catcher, Altifer, low in the dirt. So 2-1 now on Berghammer. Here's the pitch from Storr. And that one's going to be fouled. And looks like that was trying to see who that was. It looks like that was the first baseman trying to dive and catch that ball, but just out of reach. So that's a foul ball. 2-2 on Noah Berghammer. Yeah, that was first baseman. Sam Kulizin. Oh boy, I'm having trouble saying this name today for some reason. Kulizingham. I'll go with that. I apologize about that, folks. 2-2 on Berghammer. Kulizingham. I got it. Just one of those names that even if you have it written down, it can be hard to say. Full count on the Golden Gopher second baseman. That one's way up there now. And that's going to be a walk on Berghammer. Walks will haunt as they play it once again here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Of course, Drew Stahl got thrown out after drawing the walk. And now senior Andrew Wilhite will come up to bat, the left fielder. Average of 196 on the season. Now it looks like the Air Force Academy pitching coach will come to the mound to calm pitcher Storr down a little bit. Kind of struggling with his command here at the moment. So one down here in the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 in favor of Air Force, an Air Force team that's looking to sweep the weekend as they've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. So one down, runner at first base, which is Berghammer. Here's Wilhite. First pitch is way outside for ball 1. So 1-0 on the Golden Gopher left fielder. Here's a pitch. That one's grounded to the second baseman, and that's going to be a double play turned by Air Force Academy. What a play there to end the second inning. Definitely was not an easy double play there for second baseman Tamia. And then obviously throwing to first baseman Coolisingham to complete the double play. So 1-0 Air Force after 2 innings of play. And the Falcons will be back up to bat for their top half of the inning. So we'll take a break here, and we'll bring all of that action to you right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, everybody, to downtown Minneapolis. We are ready for the top of the third inning. Maldonado back out for another inning of work. And here's the first pitch to the ninth hitter, Booker. That's Jason Booker of Fairfield, California. He's the left fielder on this Air Force club. He takes a strike on the first pitch, so 0-1. Here's the second pitch from Maldonado. Kind of an off-speed pitch there. That's outside. So 1-1. Maldonado's pitched 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Another breaking ball there that's up and outside or inside. 2-1. Maldonado to Booker. Here's a pitch, and now that one's fastball outside. So 3-1 now here on the first batter of the inning. Three and one, Maldonado to Booker. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be low, and that's going to be a 5-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter here in inning number 3. And now Air Force will go back up to the top of the lineup as center fielder Blake Coven will bat for his second time of the game. He's 1-1 here in the ball game. He actually started the game with a bunt. And now here's the first pitch to Colvin. This one's deep to right field. And right fielder Otto Grimm was back at the warning track, but he's able to put that one away right before the wall. So that's out number 1 of the inning. The runner, Booker, is still at first base. Now Maldonado's going to check up on him. Here's Kulisingham. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch, and now the runner, Booker, takes off, and he will get a stolen base here. It's a second stolen base for Air Force here this afternoon. So runner at second base, now 1 down, 0-1 to Kulisingham. And here's the pitch from Maldonado. That one's going to be outside. 1-1 now. Sam Kulisingham, he's a native of Holly Springs, North Carolina. And now Maldonado's going to check up on the runner, and he tags him out for out number 2. So after Booker steals second base, Maldonado is able to get him out by just checking up on him there, throwing to the shortstop, Drew Stahl, and he's able to apply the tag, and that's out number 2. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kulisingham. Now it's 2-1 with 2 down. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that one's going to be well inside. 3-1 now to the Air Force first baseman. Here's the 3-1. That one's fouled back for strike number 2. That one goes up to the second level here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Two and two outs. Maldonado to Kulisingham. And here's the pitch with the bases empty, and that one's going to be sliced to left field, and that one's deep, but left fielder Andrew Wilhite will track that one down right before the warning track, and Maldonado puts away Kulisingham for out number 3, and we will move to the bottom of the third inning here at U.S. Bank Stadium. 1-0 Air Force over Minnesota. Golden Gophers coming up to bat. Chase Becker, Brett Bateman, and Otto Grimm coming up here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are in the bottom of the third inning here from beautiful downtown Minneapolis and inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Gophers up to bat now with the designated hitter and the ninth hitter, Chase Becker. First pitch, he takes ball one. And now ball two, as that one's well inside. Pitcher Ryan Storr has been struggling with his command a little bit. Started in that second inning, and here's the pitch. That one's going to be grounded to the third baseman, Thomason, and he will throw it to Coolasingham, and that puts away Chase Becker for out number one. And now we're heading back to the top of the Golden Gopher lineup as Brett Bateman's up to bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Bateman, the center fielder, started out the season red hot. He was like on a 7-game hitting streak, which was snapped versus South Dakota State. Now the first pitch, that's a change up there that goes in the dirt, gets past the catcher, Alterfer. So 1-0 on Bateman, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. That one's ball two now, up and away. Storr has gone 2 1/3 innings here so far this afternoon. 31 is the pitch count for the junior right-handed pitcher. And now ball three, as that one was deep in the dirt as well. 3-0 on Bateman. Here's the pitch from Storr, and now Bateman is acting like he was going to bunt there. And he takes a strike to make it 3-1. 3-1, Storr to Bateman. And now that one's up and away once again. And that will be a 5-pitch walk on the Golden Gopher center fielder. So with 1 out, there's a runner at first base. And now Otto Grimm, the right fielder, will come up to bat here. Now there's going to be a mound meeting here. So all the players come to the mound. Looks like also the pitching coach is out there. Looks like a possible pitching change here for Air Force Academy. And the Falcons coach will take the ball from Storr. So he goes 2 1/3 innings here this afternoon. Let up no runs, but he has been struggling with his command. Also 4 walks. So he will leave the ball game. And the new pitcher, number 35, Jake Sansing, a right-handed pitcher, junior from Parker, Colorado, will come in to relieve the pitcher Storr. He has an ERA of 13.50 on the season. So he's going to get his warm-up pitches in here. And we'll take a break. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Gophers looking to get something going here as they trail 1-0. We'll take a break here, and we'll bring you the rest of this third inning right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, everybody. The new pitcher, Sansing, is into pitch, and on the first pitch, a wild pitch there. Luckily for Air Force, Altifer was able to block it, but either way, that will be counted as a stolen base for the Golden Gophers' Brett Bateman as he scampered over to second base. So now he's in scoring position with the right fielder, Otto Grimm, batting. One down here in the bottom of the third inning. And here's a pitch from Jake Sansing. That one's going to be inside. 2-0 on Grimm. Two and 0, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Otto Grimm of Bemidji, Minnesota, up in northern Minnesota. The good old 218. Redshirt junior on this team. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be grounded to the first baseman. And he puts it away. That's Kulisingham recording that second out for his team. And the runner, Bateman, runs over to third base. So the Gophers are one pitch away from tying this one up. Of course, one hit away from driving in the runner, Bateman, but also a wild pitch or a pass ball could also score the center fielder. Here's the first pitch to Chase Stanky, who's he walked in his first at-bat. And you definitely do not want to throw the Golden Gopher catcher Stanky a meatball here, because he's proven that he will most likely knock that one out of the park. Now Bateman acted like he was maybe going to run to home plate. So he did have a pretty hefty lead there along the third base foul line. 0-2 on Stanky. And here's the pitch from Sansing, and that one's going to be outside. 1-2. One and two, Sansing to Stanky. 2 down, runner at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be fouled to the left side. Souvenir ball there for whoever's out there. So 1-2 on Chase Stanky. Here's the pitch. Fell back once again into the seats. And we'll do the 1-2 once again here with 2 outs, runner at third. Gophers trail 1-0 to Air Force Academy. Also looking for their first hit of the ball game. Air Force has 3 hits so far. And here's the pitch, and that one's going to be grounded to the second baseman. It's going to be a tough play, but they are able to complete that one. That was Tamia to Kulisingham. And they throw out Stanky, and Bateman was not able to score there. So another scoreless inning for the Air Force pitching staff after the pitcher Sansing came in. he was able to clean things up after the departure of pitcher Storr. So we head to the 4th inning. Looks like Maldonado is still out there on the bump. So we'll bring you the 4th inning coming up here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are on the top of the 4th inning here from U.S. Bank Stadium. 1-0 in favor of the Air Force Falcons over your Minnesota Golden Gophers. First pitch from Maldonado, who has worked 3 innings, is a strike to Griving. Griving's 0-1 in this ball game. Now quickly 0-2 as Maldonado catches the outside corner. Inside corner, rather. The 0-2, Maldonado to Griving, the designated hitter. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low and outside. 1-2 now. Maldonado has let up 3 hits, also 1 earned run, and 1 walk. Also 3 strikeouts in the game so far. Now it's 2-2, as that pitch was way outside. 2-2, Maldonado to Griving. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be grounded foul towards the Air Force bullpen. 2-2 once again. Here's a 2-2 pitch from the Gopher right-handed pitcher, and he strikes him out. Maldonado gets his 4th strikeout of the ball game as he threw that one in the top of the zone there. So Griving goes down swinging, and now here is right fielder Garcia, who has driven in the only run of the game, which was a solo home run. Here's the first pitch, and Garcia swings and misses on that one. So 1 down, 0-1 from Maldonado. Now that one's outside. So 1-1 with one down. Maldonado to Garcia. Looking at the national rankings for college baseball, as that one's fouled back by Garcia. Texas is ranked number 1 in the country. Also, Notre Dame at number 8. Gophers played a really close game with them here at US Bank Stadium. Also, West Virginia is ranked pretty high in some polls as well. I do not see them in the top 25 here. And Gophers just played them as well and played a tight ball game. So, obviously still a lot of work to do for this Minnesota team. But if they could put it all together, good things could happen. And they could maybe compete with almost anyone in the country. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's inside. Now 2-2 on Garcia. Head coach John Anderson in his 41st season as the Golden Gopher head coach. He's an 8-time Big Ten Coach of the Year recipient. And he's also the all-time leader in Big Ten victories. Two and two from Maldonado to Garcia. And that one's low and outside. Catcher Stanky has to block that one. Head coach John Anderson, he's a native of Nashwauk and Keewatin, graduated from that high school up on the Iron Range of northern Minnesota. Full count, Maldonado to Garcia. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, and Maldonado walks Garcia. So now the catcher Alterfer will come up with a runner at first base and one out here in the 4th inning. 1-0 in favor of Air Force over Minnesota. Alterfer, he's the catcher on this team. Here's the first pitch, and that one's in the dirt now. Looks like Maldonado's kind of struggling with his command now. Braden Alterfer of Vacaville, California. Played his high school ball at Vacaville High School. And he's also a senior on this Air Force team. 1-0 pitch. Now that one's way inside. 2-0. One down here in the 4th inning. Runner at first base. That's Garcia. Two and 0 to Alterfer. Now that one's gonna be fouled back. And now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Garcia is running, and now that ball's going to get away from the second baseman, Berghammer. So Garcia took off running, trying to steal the base, but then he tried getting to third as the ball was thrown to center field, and he was tagged out at third base. What a turn of events there. So it looked like it was going to be a nightmare there for the Golden Gophers, as it looked like Garcia was going to advance 2 bases. But he ends up being thrown out at third base. So there's 2 down, 3-1 on Alterfer. Here's a pitch, and that one's driven to center field. It is high, it is far, it is gone. A solo home run for the catcher, number 18, Braden Alterfer. He drilled that one to center field. 2-0 now in favor of the Air Force Falcons. So now after that home run, here is Jay Thompson. He's 0 for 1 at the ball game. Here's the first pitch, and that one's going to be hit way up into the air. And tracking it will be the right fielder, Otto Gribb. He will put that one away. Gophers let up a solo home run here in the 4th inning. So it's 2-0 Air Force. Golden Gophers get that third out there. And we move on to the bottom of the 4th inning. So once again, 2-0 in favor of Air Force. Coming up for the Golden Gophers, Jack Kelly, Ronald Sweetie, and Drew Stahl. And we will bring you the bottom of the 4th inning coming up right here on Radio K Sports. Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are on the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Jack Kelly, and he's going to dribble it foul. Kelly 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Gophers looking for their first hit of the game, as Air Force has a no-hitter going through the 3rd inning. So Jack Kelly up to bat, the third baseman. Here's the 0-1 from pitcher Sansing. And that one's going to be a strike on the outside corner. So 0-2 now. 2-0 in favor of Air Force over Minnesota. Both runs were scored off solo home runs. Here's the 0-2. That one's going to be low and outside. Garcia hit a solo home run in the 2nd inning. Then the catcher Alterfer hit a solo home run in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. 2-2 now on Kelly. Coming up next for the Golden Gophers, they will go on the road to Omaha, Nebraska and take on Creighton University for a 3-game set. And then to finish March, they will be right back here at US Bank Stadium for the final series. Hopefully, weather dependent obviously. They will take on Western Illinois to close out games here at US Bank Stadium. And then they will move over to Siebert Field, as this one is line to center field. That's going to be extra bases for Jack Kelly as he's going to round second base. Kelly running to third. He will slide in with the triple as the third base umpire falls down there. That is a triple for Kelly, getting the Golden Gophers' first hit of the ball game. And also that's a leadoff triple. So we'll see if the Golden Gophers can get a rally going here as Ronald Sweeney is up to bat. So Kelly's at third base. Sweeney 0 for 1 in the game, the first baseman. Here's the pitch from Sansing. That one's up and outside. 1-0. No outs here in the fourth inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sweeney. And that one is just outside. A very close pitch there. Two 2-0 on the Golden Gopher first baseman. Here's a pitch from Sansing. That one's high. 3-0 now. Kelly at third base. Gophers looking for their first run of the ball game. There is some activity in the Air Force bullpen right now. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that one's going to be in there for the strike parallel to the letters on the Minnesota jersey there. 3-1 to Ronald Sweeney. No outs, runner at third, 3-1. Sansing to Sweeney. That one's inside, and that will be a 5-pitch walk to the Golden Gopher first baseman. And now Drew Stahl is up. In his first at bat, he walked. So here's Stahl, no outs. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch, and Stahl's going to butt that one up the right field line, but that will be a foul ball as Kelly came running in from third base looking to score there. Each player will run back to their respective bags. Runners still at the corners, no outs. 0-1 to Drew Stahl, the shortstop. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one's going to get past the catcher Alterfer, and Kelly's going to come in to score the first run of the game for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. So it's now a 2-1 game in favor of Air Force Academy. Runners, or one runner now at second base. Gophers are able to salvage a run there. Looking for more, though, as Sweeney is still in scoring position at second base. The count is 0-1 to Drew Stahl. Actually 1-1 now. Here's the pitch. Sansing to Stahl. That one's low in the dirt, blocked by catcher Alterfer. 2-1 now. Once again, you're listening to Golden Gopher Baseball right here on Radio K Sports. Happy to have all of you joining me here this afternoon. I'm Blake Mortensen with today's play-by-play call. 2-1 to Stahl. That one's outside. So 3-1 now. No outs. Runner at second. We're on the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1 Air Force. And here's the 3-1 pitch. And that one's going to be drilled to center field. And that one's going to be caught at the wall by center fielder Coven. But the second, or the runner, Ronald Sweeney, I'm not totally sure who was at second base. Either way, I believe it was Sweeney. He advances to third base on the sacrifice fly. So another runner at third base. So there's one down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Sensing is going to leave the game here. New pitcher coming up for Air Force Academy. Gophers threatening to tie the game up here as they still trail 2-1. One out with runner at third here in the fourth inning. We'll bring you the rest of the action here from US Bank Stadium in this inning. Coming up next on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to US Bank Stadium. We are still in the bottom of the fourth inning. One out, runner at third. Now batting is Noah Berghammer, who threatened to bunt there, but he popped it up foul for strike number one. Ronald Sweeney is at third base. If he scores, it will be a tie ball game as Air Force leads 2-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from the new pitcher, Dornak, number 11. Right-handed pitcher with an ERA of 16.20. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be a strikeout as Alterfer will complete the strikeout as he did not catch the pitch. So a strikeout for the incoming pitcher, number 11, CJ Dornak of Las Vegas, Nevada. So now there's 2 outs on the Golden Gophers. Sweeney still at third base. Here's Andrew Wilhite now, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Looking to drive in that runner as there is now 2 outs. And on the first pitch, he takes a strike on the outside corner. Andrew Wilhite, the left fielder. Stillman Valley, Illinois. Here's the pitch, and that's foul back now 1-2. Dornak looking to put out the fire here for his Air Force team. 2 outs, 0-2 to Wilhite. Runner at third. Here's the pitch from Dornak, and that one's going to be popped up to left center field. Center fielder Coven will track that one down deep, pretty close to the warning track. He catches that one and puts away Wilhite. So the Gophers get 1 run there after a wild pitch. So they get within 1 run. It's 2-1 in favor of Air Force. And we move on here from U.S. Bank Stadium. 4 innings down. 5 to go as inning number 5 is coming up here on Radio K Sports. Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are ready for the top of the 5th inning. Aiden Maldonado out there for another inning, and the batter, Eric Joe, rips the first pitch to left field, and that's going to be a base hit for the shortstop. So quickly, a runner at first base for the Falcons. So a decent outing so far for Maldonado. He's gone 4 innings. He's let up now 5 hits after that Joe rip to left field. Also 2 earned runs on 2 solo home runs, also 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Now the first pitch to Tamia is high, so 1-0. Looking at the pitch count, it's at 59 right now for Maldonado. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Now it's popped up high in the air in foul territory, and it's going to be put away by third baseman Jack Kelly. So 1 out now here in this 5th inning. Joe is still at first base with 1 down. Now batting is number 13, Jason Booker of Fairfield, California. Now Maldonado's going to check up on the runner as he throws to first baseman Ronald Sweeney. Here's the first pitch to Booker from Maldonado. That one's going to be low and inside. So 1-0. Maldonado's going to check up on the runner once again. Kind of a close play there. But Joe gets back to the bag safely. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be dribbled to the third baseman. Gophers looking at turn 2. They get the runner at second base, but Booker is going to be safe, and that will be a fielder's choice. 2 down now here in the top of the 5th inning. And now Blake Corvin will bat. For some reason, my roster says Blake Coven, but it's actually Blake Corvin. So 2 outs, runners still at first base. We're on the top of the 5th inning, still 2-1 in favor of Air Force Academy. And now the pitching coach for the Golden Gophers will come to the mound and chat with Maldonado really quick here. We'll see what happens. Maldonado will stay on the mound and face Corvin. Corvin's 1 for 2 in the ball game. So runners still at first base, like I said. 2 outs. Here's the first pitch from Maldonado. And he's going to check up on the runner at the first base. Now here's the first pitch. That one's going to be high and outside for ball number 1. One and 0. And now Maldonado checks up on the runner once again. One and 0 on Corvin. Here's the pitch. Similar pitch to the first one, high and outside, 2-0 now. Here's the pitch to Corvin. And that one's going to be drilled to right field. And that one's going to be caught by the center fielder, Brett Bateman. He makes a nice running catch there to end the top of the 5th inning. So Maldonado, another pretty clean inning for him. He's gone 5 deep now, only letting up 2 runs. We'll see if he comes back out for the top of the 6th inning. But we are now heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Chase Becker, Brett Bateman, Otto Grimm coming up for your Golden Gophers. And it looks like Dornak will come out for another inning of pitching. And we'll bring you the bottom of the 5th inning coming up on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Now batting is Chase Becker, and he's going to foul it towards the Air Force dugout. And putting it away was the first baseman, Kulisingham. Quickly 1 out here for Air Force pitcher Dornak. He's officially now pitched 1 inning. No runs, no hits, 1 strikeout. Now for the Golden Gophers offense, they're back up to the top of the order. Here's Brett Bateman, the center fielder. 0 for 1. First pitch, he's going to line that down the left field line, and that's going to be down for a hit as left fielder Booker dove for that one, and Bateman's going to be sliding into third base with a triple. The Gophers' second triple of the game. So big hit there for Bateman as he was able to sneak that one right to the right of the left field line. So Bateman with the triple. Now here's Otto Grimm, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Looking to extend this rally, or potential rally, rather. Here's the first pitch to Grimm. That one's going to be right on the outside corner. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bateman at third base. 0-1 to Grimm. Here's the pitch from Dornak. That one's going to be outside. 1-1 now. There's activity in both bullpens right now. 2 pitchers warming up for the Golden Gophers. Looks like 2 standing up for Air Force as well. And now there's a foul ball. So 1-2 on Otto Grimm. Dornak sets. Here's the pitch. And that one's fouled back once again towards the Gopher dugout. It's 1-2. Dornak to Grimm. 1 out. Bateman at third base. Gophers trail 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fell back once again. And we'll do the 1-2 all over again. So here's the 1-2 once again from the Las Vegas, Nevada native, Dornak. And that one's low in the dirt. It's going to be blocked by Alterfer. 2-2 now. So 2-2 to Grimm. Now that one's inside. Full count. The 3-2 on Grimm. Now that one's low and inside. That'll be a 6-pitch walk to Grimm. Actually, more than a 6-pitch walk. There's a few foul balls. Either way, it's a base on balls there for Grimm. So he scampers up to first base. Runners at the corner with Bateman at third base. And now here's the ever dangerous Chase Stanky, who has some pop in his bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to be fouled on the left side into the second row of seats here at US Bank Stadium. 0-1 on Stanky. 1 out. Runners at the corner. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be drilled left field. And that's gone! Or actually it was caught by the center fielder, Blake Corvin. But either way, that will be an RBI for Stanky off the sacrifice fly. Grimm will stay at first base, but Bateman, he scored, so we now have a tie game at 2 apiece. So a quality at bat there for Stanky, getting the sacrifice fly RBI. Apologize about that. It looked like it was gone to me from my vantage point. But the center fielder, Corvin, was able to haul that one in. Now batting is Jack Kelly, 1 for 2 in the ball game. So we have 2 outs, 1-0 on Kelly. Runner at first base. We have a tie ball game at 2 apiece. Here's the pitch. That one's going to catch the outside corner. 1-1 on Kelly. Jack Kelly of St. Michael, Minnesota, played his high school ball at Albertville High School. Now pitcher Dornak's going to check up on the runner Grimm at first base. Here's the 1-1. That one's drilled. Deep right field. It is high. It is far. It is out of here. Jack Kelly hit that a mile. 2-run home run for the third baseman. Oh my goodness. What a bomb. So it is now 4-2 in favor of your Minnesota Golden Gophers after the 2-run home run by Jack Kelly. So just like that, your Golden Gophers lead here in the ball game. Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Now batting is Ronald Sweeney. Oh boy, yeah, Kelly crushed that one. That was gone right off the bat. First pitch to Sweeney is low for ball 1. One and 0. Now that one's going to catch the outside corner, 1-1. There's some activity in the Air Force bullpen. Also a couple pitchers warming up for Minnesota. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one's going to be foul back. 1-2 now on the Gopher first baseman. Four to 2 Minnesota Golden Gophers over Air Force. 2 down, 1-2 to Ronald Sweeney. That one's outside. 2-2 now. We're on the bottom of the 5th inning here from beautiful downtown Minneapolis, inside U.S. Bank Stadium. I'm Blake Borthenson with this afternoon's play-by-play call on Radio K Sports. 2-2. That one's fouled back to the netting. And we'll do it again with the 2-2 once again. It's going to be a fun season of Golden Gopher baseball. Looking forward to when they start their games at beautiful Siebert Field. Like I said, after this game, there's only 3 more games scheduled to be played here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Here's the 2-2, and that one's hit way in the air. And the third baseman, Thompson, will come out and put Sweeney away there. Golden Gophers go down there, but not after a 2-run home run by Jack Kelly. And that put the Golden Gophers in the lead. They lead 4-2 after the 5th inning. Top of the 6th coming up for Minnesota. Looks like Maldonado is out there for, once again, another inning. He's gone 5 innings and letting up 2 runs. So we'll bring you the top of the 6th inning coming up on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Air Force batting. Maldonado still on the bump after 5 innings, letting up 2 runs. 5 hits, 4 strikeouts for Maldonado. Now batting for Air Force is Colusium. And on the 2-0 pitch, he's thrown out as second baseman Berghammer will throw him out. So quickly, 1 down here for Maldonado. Now the DH Griving will be up. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. And now there's going to be a meeting at the mound here. And pitching coach of the Golden Gophers will come out to the bump. And Maldonado is going to be pulled here after going 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 balls, 4 strikeouts. A pretty good performance for the Golden Gophers right-handed pitcher, redshirt junior, Aiden Maldonado. So there will be a new pitcher coming in for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's going to be, looks like freshman George Klassen, right-handed pitcher out of Port Washington, Wisconsin. And it will be Klassen coming in here to relieve Maldonado with 1 down here in the 6th inning. We'll take a break. Minnesota leads 4-2 over Air Force. And we'll be back with more baseball action right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to U.S. Bank Stadium. So the pitcher Klassen is out there now, relieving Maldonado. First pitch, he throws a ball outside for ball 1. 1 down here on the top of the 6th inning. Base is empty. And here's the second pitch, 2-0 now. Two and 0. That one's low. 3-0 now for the incoming pitcher, Klassen. And now there will be a mound visit here as the shortstop, Drew Stahl, goes and talks to Klassen really quick. Also the catcher, Chase Stanky. Three and 0 to Griving, and that one's way outside. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Klassen. Runner at first base with 1 down. Now batting for Air Force will be Garcia. He's 1 for 1. His one hit was a solo home run to get the scoring started for Air Force. And now Klassen finally finds a strike zone, 0-1 on Garcia. Runner at first base, 1 down. Top of 6. Minnesota leads 4-2. Here's the 0-1. That one's going to be grounded to the second baseman. And that's going to be a double play for your Minnesota Golden Gophers. A nice play by Noah Berghammer stopping that one and giving it to Drew Stahl at shortstop. And finishing it as Ronald Sweeney puts out Garcia at first base. And we are heading to the bottom of the 6th inning after that double play. Gophers lead 4-2 over Air Force. Coming up, Drew Stahl, Noah Berghammer, and Andrew Wilhite for the Golden Gophers. You are watching or listening to Golden Gopher Baseball on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to U.S. Bank Stadium. We are now in the bottom of the 6th inning here. First pitch from pitcher Dornak is a strike to make it 0-1. To Drew Stahl, the shortstop. Stahl is 0-1 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit up the middle. And shortstop Joe will complete that for the first out of the inning. And now here's Berghammer coming up to bat. 4-2, Minnesota Golden Gophers lead over Air Force. And there's actually going to be a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Boston Marilla replacing Noah Berghammer. Pinch hitter here for the Golden Gophers. And the first pitch from Dornak to Marilla will be a strike. 0-1. There's one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now there's a hit to center field for the pinch hitter Marilla. And that's the Gophers' 4th hit of the ball game. So runner at first base now with one out. And now here's the left fielder, Andrew Wilhite, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Dornak has gone 2 innings pitched now. He's let up 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 base on ball, and also 1 strikeout. And now there's going to be a mound meeting here. And Dornak is going to leave the ball game here. And now coming in to pitch is number 28, Stephen Fairburn Jr. He will come in to relieve Dornak. So there's one down here. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Gophers have one player runner at first base. And Will Height will be up to bat here shortly as Fairburn is the new pitcher for Air Force. So we'll take a break here and we'll be back with more baseball action on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. It's quickly 0-2 on Andrew Wilhite. Now 1-2. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning here. 4-2, your Minnesota Golden Gophers lead Air Force. 1 out, runner at first. Here's the 1-2 from the new pitcher, Fairburn. Now, Will Hay just gets a piece of that one on the 1-2 pitch. Foul ball. And we'll do it again, 1-2. Fairburn is a left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch, and that one's lined right towards the Air Force bullpen. Another foul ball, 1-2 once again. Here's the 1-2, but it's thrown to first base as Fairburn will check up on the runner, Marilla. One and two on Wilhite. That one's going to be inside. Now 2-2. But looks like that's probably a balk on Fairburn as Marilla just jogs over to second base. So it looks like, yeah, that's a balk there. 1-2 on Wilhite. One down, runner at second base. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Fairburn. And that's now going to hit Will Height. So now a balk and then a hit batter for Fairburn. And now the designated hitter, Chase Becker, will come up to bat. But it's actually going to be a pinch hitter, Joe Hauser, instead of Chase Becker. So runners at first and second. Hauser's coming up to bat. And there's one out here in the sixth inning. And there's going to be a pitching change here as Fairburn's going to be taken out. So another new pitcher for Air Force coming up here. So once again, runners at first and second. The Gophers are threatening once again as they lead 4-2 over Air Force. And there's one down here in the sixth inning. So we'll take a break here, and we will bring you more baseball action from U.S. Bank Stadium. You're listening to Radio K Sports on Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. New pitcher in for Air Force, and that will be number 19, Duke Benji. Runners at first and second. Here's the pinch hitter, Joe Hauser. He takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Hauser, he's a sophomore infielder. Waunakee, Wisconsin. Also a transfer from Arizona State. Here's the 1-0, and that one's just inside, so now 2-0, a close pitch there for Benji. So Marila's at second base, Will Height at first. 2-0 on Hauser. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a strike, now 2-1. That caught the outside corner. Two and one on Hauser. Gophers lead 4-2 over Air Force. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be dribbled to the left side. Foul ball there. 2-2 on Hauser. Once again, runners at first and second. One out. Bottom of six. Here's the pitch. And he got him. Strike three swinging. So Benji comes in and strikes out the pitch hitter Hauser. And now there's two down with runners still at first and second. And we head back up to the top of the lineup. Here's Brett Bateman. And And there might be another pitching change here in this 6th inning. And there will be. So another pitcher coming in. It will be Kyle Moats, a left-handed pitcher, looking to clean up this 6th inning. So another new pitcher for Air Force. 4-2 Minnesota over the Falcons. Runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Brett Bateman, the center fielder, coming up to bat for Minnesota. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with more Golden Gopher baseball on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to downtown Minneapolis. We're on the bottom of the 6th inning here. 2 down. Here's Brett Bateman. Runners at first and second. He will foul the first one back. So 0-1 on the Golden Gophers center fielder. Beautiful day here in downtown Minneapolis. Of course, we're in an indoor stadium, but outside it is gorgeous. It's like 40 or 45, sun's out, blue skies. And here's the 0-1 on Bateman. That one's inside and low, so 1-1 now. Two down here in the bottom of the 6th. Now pitching, like I said earlier, Kyle Moats, left-handed pitcher. There's the 1-1 pitch. That one's low and outside. Brett Bateman is out of Arden Hills, Minnesota. Played his high school baseball at Mounds View High School. He started most games out of any true freshman last season for the Gophers. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that one's fouled back into the seats. Souvenir ball there. Bateman's also Prep Baseball Report's #1 outfielder and #6 overall player in Minnesota. Very solid baseball player, Brett Bateman, and he's only a sophomore. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the center fielder, and that one's going to be fouled into the seats once again. Another souvenir. Bateman, he bats lefty, throws lefty. He is a true lefty here in the sport of baseball. 2-2 pitch from Boats. And he got him, strike 3 swinging. Bateman strikes out. And the Gophers lead runners at first and second base. And we move on here in downtown Minneapolis as we are done with the 6th inning. The 7th inning coming up as Air Force will have the red-hot catcher Alterfer, Thomason, and Joe. Those are the next 3 hitters for Air Force. And it looks like Klassen will come out for another inning of work on the mound. So we'll take a break here, and we will bring you the 7th inning right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. George Klassen back out there for another inning of work. Here's the first pitch from the redshirt freshman. That's going to be fouled back by the red-hot Alterfer. Braden Alterfer, that is, the senior catcher on this Air Force team. He's 2 for 2, including a solo home run that he hit in the 4th inning. We're on the top of the 7th inning, 4-2 Minnesota over Air Force. And here's the 0-1 pitch that's high and inside. 1-1. George Klassen, he's from Port Washington, Wisconsin. Also played his high school ball at Port Washington High School. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss there. 1-2. He's also a perfect game's #1 pitcher and #2 overall player in Wisconsin in 2020 for the class, or in the 2020 class, number 23 right-handed pitcher nationally. Now that one's going to be fouled back, kind of towards us up here in the booth a little bit. 1-2. The reason Klassen's a redshirt freshman, he missed his freshman year at Minnesota due to Tommy John surgery. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's low. 2-2 now. Two Klassen to Alterfer, and that one's way outside and low. Full count now. Three and two from Klassen. That one's going to be fouled to the right side into the seat. And the ball comes back on the field. Foul ball. Still full count. Here's Klassen to Alterfer. Now that nearly hits him. It looks like it did. Either way, it's a walk. But it looks like it did hit him there. So Air Force gets the first runner on base. So runner at first base, no outs, top of 7. Gophers still lead 4-2. Now batting is Jay Thompson. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's the third baseman here for the Falcons. Here's the first pitch. That one's high. So 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch now. That one's outside, 2-0. Classed Thompson, runner at first. Now that one's a ball as well. Not even close. And now catcher Stank, he's going to walk out to the mound. Talk things over with the pitcher, Klassen. Klassen is ready to go here once again. 3-0 to Thompson. No outs. Runner at first. Gophers lead 4-2. Here's the pitch. That one's high, and that will be a walk. So runners at first and second now. Klassen's kind of struggling with his command right now. And Stakey will walk out to the mound once again. Maybe a pitching change here as there's a meeting at the mound. Here comes the pitching coach, and he will take the ball from Klassen. So a new pitcher coming in for Minnesota. Here in the top of the 7th, no outs. Runners at first and second. Looks like the new pitcher will be number 17, Sam Malik, right-handed pitcher. So we'll take a break here. We'll bring you the rest of the 7th inning from U.S. Bank Stadium. You're listening to Golden Gopher Baseball on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to beautiful downtown Minneapolis. We are on the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher is Malik, number 17. That's Sam Malik. Runners at first and second. No outs. Now batting is Joe. Sam Malik is a native of Woodbury, Minnesota. Played his high school baseball at Woodbury High School. He is a freshman pitcher on this team. He's the perfect game number 3 right-handed pitcher in Minnesota. Number 224, 224th right-handed pitcher nationally. Also, Prep Baseball reports number 2 right-handed pitcher in Minnesota. So the first pitch from Malik is a ball. Again, the batter is Eric Joe. The 1-0 pitch. And now there's a bunt. And the ball's going to go to the bullpen. So 1 run will score. Runners will advance to second and third base. And Air Force gets within 1 run. No outs. Runners at second and third. Now batting will be Traden Tamia. But yeah, that was a perfectly placed bunt there by Joe. And then an error on the throw there. Now here's Tamia. Runners at second and third. No outs. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to be fouled back. Gophers still lead 4-3, but they're at a big jam right now. Now pitcher Malik's going to walk off the mound here for a moment. Recoups. And he will sit for the 0-1 pitch on Tamia. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be laced to left field. And that's down for a hit. It gets past the left fielder, Andrew Wilhite. And that's going to score 2 runs. That's a 2-run double for Tamia. And just like that, Air Force leads 5-4 with no outs and a runner still in scoring position. Big hit there for the junior infielder, Traden Tamia. Now batting will be the 9th hitter, Jason Booker. His team leads 5-4 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers here on the top of the 7th. Malik will step off and check up on Tamia at second base. Here's the first pitch to Booker. Malik throws, and Booker was looking to bunt there. And that will be ball 1. One and 0. Malik to Booker. Runner at second. No outs. Top of 7. Here's a pitch, and Booker will place that bunt, but it's well foul. That'll be strike one on the left fielder. Tamia will head back over to second base. It's 1-1. So again, Malik to Booker. 1-1 pitch. It's going to be bunted again by Booker. That one will get down, and that's going to be an easy play there, as Jack Kelly throws out Booker at first base. So now 1 out. Runner still at second base. Now Blake Corvin will come up to bat here. Corvin is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Malik finally gets his first out of his outing. Here's the pitch to Corvin. That one's low. 1-0. Very busy weekend of sports here in the Twin Cities. Golden Gopher men's hockey defeated Penn State last night, as there's a base hit for Corvin as he laced it to left field. So now runners at the corners with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Corvin picks up his second base hit of the game. He's 2 for 4 now. And now here comes the pitching coach, and there will be another pitching change made here in the 7th inning. So we'll take a break here, and we'll be back with more baseball action from beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium. You are watching Golden Gopher Baseball on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to U.S. Bank Stadium. There's 1 out here in the 7th inning. Runners at the corners. First pitch from the incoming pitcher, Will Semb, is a ball outside. Also batting is As the runner takes off there, that's going to be a stolen base for Corvin. Yeah. Now batting is Sam Coolasingham. So runners at second and third now. 1-1 to Coolasingham. One run from Will Sem. Swinging strike there. It's now 1-2. Will Sem is from De Pere, Wisconsin. Went to De Pere High School. He's also a transfer student from the University of Iowa. Here's the 1-2. That one's high. 2-2 now. Runners still at second and third with one out. At Iowa, Sem made the Dean's List in 2020, 2021. He's also the perfect game number 7 player in Wisconsin, as that ball's followed back by Coolasingham. Still 2-2. Gophers looking to get out of this jam as they trail 5-4 to the Falcons, looking to avoid the sweep this weekend. Here's a pitch, another foul ball. Of course, Air Force won the first 2 games, 8-7 and 15-6 last night. Gophers are, they're also on a 4-game losing streak right now. Also want to snap that, obviously. And Sem got him swinging. That's a strikeout. So a big strikeout there for Will Sem. And now there's 2 outs. Runners still at second and third. Now batting for Air Force will be Jack Griving. And now it looks like we might have another pitching change here. As there's a mound meeting going on right now. And Will Sem will stay out on the mound after a little meeting from his pitching coach. So Sem, he will face the designated hitter Griving. First pitch. Runners at second and third. There's a swinging strike there for the sophomore pitcher. Oh and 1. Here's the pitch. Another swinging strike there. It's now 0-2. So 2 outs. 0-2. Sem to Griving. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. That's we fell back. Foul ball there, so 0-2 once again. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to score a run. And the other runner from second base moves on to third base. So Air Force tacks on another run to make it 6-4. After that wild pitch from Sem. A 4-run inning for Air Force here. And it's been a long top of the half inning, or top half of the inning. And now Sem is going to strike out Griving as catcher Alterfer throws it to first base. So Sem comes in, and he gets that strikeout there, but Air Force adds on one more run. 7-4. We're in the middle of the seventh right now, and we'll bring you the Gophers' end of the inning as they have Otto Grimm, Chase Stanky, and Jack Kelly coming up to bat here from U.S. Bank Stadium. We're in the seventh inning stretch also, so we'll take a break here and bring you more Gopher baseball right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, everybody, to U.S. Bank Stadium. Gophers batting now. Here's Otto Grimm, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Gophers trail 6-4 to Air Force now after letting up a 4-run seventh inning. Oh and 2 to Grimm now. Here's the pitch. And that one's a little high. Ball 1. One and 2 to Grimm now. Moat's still out there on the bump for the Falcons. And that's going to be a base hit for Otto Grimm as he blasted it to the gap. And it was cut off by the right fielder, Garcia. But Grimm gets a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And now Chase Stanky will come up to the plate. Stanky 0 for 1 in the ball game. So bottom of 7, no outs, runner at first. Moats to Stanky. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt, and it goes all the way to the backstop, and Grimm will advance to second base. It's 1-0 on Stanky. Like I said, Grimm at second base after that pass ball. Or wild pitch, probably. Here's the pitch for Moats. And that one's going to be hit up the middle. Picked up by the second baseman, Tamia. And he throws out Stanky for out number 1. Grimm will move on up over to third base. Now here's the red-hot Jack Kelly, who's 2 for 3 in the ball game. So 1 out, runner at third. Jack Kelly up to the plate. Gophers trail 6-4. Here's the first pitch from Moats, who has a 2.70 ERA. That's a strike. Here's the 0-1. That one's going to be popped up way in the air. And that one will go behind the dugout on the Air Force side. Quickly 0-2 on Jack Kelly. Kelly, he spent the 2018-2019 season at Northwestern University. He plays catcher, outfield, and DHs. He listed as the number 1 catcher in Minnesota. And now he's going to hit that to left center field. That'll be down for a hit. That drives in Grimm, and that will be a 1-out single RBI for Jack Kelly. Gophers get within 1 run. So it's now 6-5 in favor of Air Force. Now here's senior Ronald Sweeney. As there's 1 out, runner at first base. Sweeney 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch from Moats, and that's going to be a bunt. And it's thrown to first base, and it's thrown to the outfield now. And both runners will advance. And it's thrown to home. And now runners at second and third with 1 out for the Golden Gophers. Now batting will be Drew Stahl. The Gophers are threatening to take the lead once again. Now it looks like there will be a pitching change here for the Falcons. And there will be, as there's a call from the bullpen for Air Force. So we'll take a break here, and we'll be back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. You're listening to Gopher Baseball on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. There is a new pitcher in for Air Force as it's fell back by Drew Stahl. The new pitcher is number 30, Doyle Gehring, right-handed pitcher, sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's an ERA of .82 on the season. And now there's a wild pitch, and that's going to score a run, possibly two. But now Ronald Sweeney is caught in a rundown, but he gets around the pitcher. And now the Gophers are going to take the lead, scoring 2 runs on a wild pitch. Gophers now lead 7-6. It looked like Air Force was going to be able to get that out there for 2 outs, and it would have only been a tie game. But they're able to score 2 runs there. 7-6 Minnesota with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 from pitcher Gehring is a strike on the inside corner. The 1-2 and a swinging strikeout there. That'll be out number 2 as Drew Stahl goes down swinging. So 2 down, bases empty, 7-6 Minnesota over Air Force here in the bottom of the 7th. Now here's Boston Marilla batting, the second baseman. Here's the pitch that's way outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch now, that one's low, 2-0. Here's the pitch that's fell back. That'll be the first strike. Here's a 2-1 pitch now, and that's going to be a swinging strike from Gehring. So 2-2, 2 down, bases empty. Gophers lead 7-6. And here's the pitch. That's going to be low, full count now. So the 3-2, and that's going to be hit up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit for Boston Marilla. Now batting will be Andrew Wilhite. Wilhite is 0 for 2 in the ball game. I'm not sure what's going on now. Wilhite just got called back to the dugout. Now there's some kind of discussion between Wilhite and 3 of his teammates and also one of the coaches by the dugout. I'm not sure what's going on here. Now Wilhite will go back to the plate. Left-handed hitter. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here's the first pitch. That one's outside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch now. Swinging strike, 1-1. Andrew Wilhite is a senior outfielder on this team. Two-time academic All-Big Ten. So 2018 Rawlings Perfect Game honorable mention. All-American. Now he takes another strike, 1-2. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be foul back. Catcher Alterfer couldn't hold on to that one. 1-2 once again. Runner at first, 2 outs. Carrying to Wilhite. 1-2. And he struck him out looking. And that does it for the bottom of the 7th inning. Gophers lead 7-6 over Air Force after a 3-run inning. So Gophers back on top. We are heading to the 8th inning here from US Bank Stadium. And we will take a break here and be back for the 8th inning. Coming up on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are now in the top of the 8th. Will Sem is back out for another inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now. The 2-0. That one's outside. Actually, that'll catch the outside corner. So now 2-1 on the batter Garcia, who hit a solo home run in the 2nd inning. The 2-1 pitch, and that's now going to hit Garcia. So a leadoff hit by pitch here to start the 8th inning. So runner at first base. Now batting will be Alterfer. Here's the first pitch from Sem. That's going to be in there for a strike. Catching the top left corner there. A 1-1. And here's the pitch. And an awkward swing there by Alterfer. Swinging strike to make it 0-2 now. Gophers lead 7-6 over Air Force here at US Bank Stadium. So here's the 0-2. Sem to Alterfer. That one's high now. Garcia's still at first base. The 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be fouled back or it'll stay 1-2. We're on the top of the 8th inning. Runner at first, no outs, 1-2. And that's going to be a strikeout looking for Will Sem. His third strikeout of his outing. So now there's 1 out. That runner is still at first base. Jay Thompson will come up to the plate. It's been a pretty long game already. It's been over 3 hours, and we still have this inning and 2 more half innings to go, at least. First pitch on Thompson is a strike. Here's the 0-1. Now the runner's going, but it's a foul ball. 0-2 now on Thompson. Oh, 0-2. Here's the pitch, though. It's high. 1-2 now. Jay Thompson, he's a sophomore on this Air Force team out of Auburn, Alabama. Played his high school ball at Auburn High School. Here's the 1-2. That one's outside. 2-2 now. This Air Force team actually does have one player from Minnesota, Lakeville, Minnesota. That was the pitcher, Duke Benji. I did not realize he was from Minnesota. Played his high school ball at Lakeville South High School. Like I was talking about earlier, a busy sports weekend here in the state of Minnesota. Last night, the Minnesota Golden Gophers men's hockey team started the Big Ten tournament. They got a 3-2 victory at Mariucci Arena to move on to the championship game, and they'll face the Michigan Wolverines, which ought to be a good one. Of course, Gopher baseball has been playing here all weekend against Air Force. Now the runner is going, and now they're going to take him out. It's a strike him out, throw him out for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. So Will Sem tallies up another strikeout, and catcher Chase Stanky throws out the runner at second base. So after the top of the 8th inning, still 7-6 in favor of your Minnesota Golden Gophers. The hits are 8-8, and also the errors 2-1, with Air Force having the 2 errors in the ball game. Bottom of 8 coming up right here on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to downtown Minneapolis. There's now a pinch hitter for Minnesota. That is Jake Perry, pinch hitting for Joe Hauser. He takes a strike on the first pitch and now takes a ball in the dirt. So we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gophers lead 7-6 over Air Force. Now there's ball 2, 2-1 on Perry. Pitcher Gehring is still out there for another inning of work. Here's the 2-1. That's in there for a foul ball. This was foul back. Now there's a 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. 3-2 now. Full count. Gehring to Perry. And that is a close pitch, but it's going to be low. So Perry draws the leadoff walk here at the bottom of the 8th inning. Now here's Brett Bateman batting. 1 for 3 in the ball game. The one hit was a triple for the center fielder of the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota looking to get some insurance here. They lead 7-6. No outs here. Runner at first base. Now Bateman's looking to bunt, and he will take ball 1 there. Boy, it's very hot in the stadium during the day with the sun shining in here. Good thing I brought lots of water. Here's the 1-0 on Bateman from Gehring. And Bateman trying to bunt it again, but he pops it up instead towards the Minnesota dugout. 1-1 count now. And now another bunt attempt there, but it goes up the left third base line. Foul, 1-2 now on Bateman. Here's the 1-2 on Bateman. That's in there for a strike, and he strikes out. That was a fastball right down the middle. So now 2 down. And now here's Otto Grimm, who ripped a single in his last at-bat. So there's actually only 1 out, though. 1 out, runner at first. Here's Grimm. He'll take a first pitch strike there. Oh, and 1. That's going to be dribbled to the third baseman, and Air Force will get 1 player out there as Grimm is thrown out at first base. Perry will advance to second base on the fielder's choice. And now here's Chase Stanky with 2 down, runner at second. So here's the first pitch from Gehring to Stanky. And that one's laced down the first base foul line, but it goes just foul. So 0-1 on the Golden Gopher catcher. Here's a second pitch to Stanky, and that one's hit to the second baseman, Tamia. And he will throw out Stanky at first base. That does it for the bottom of the 8th inning. We are heading to the final inning of play. Golden Gophers looking to close this one out as they lead 7-6 over Air Force. We're bringing you the final inning of play coming up on Radio K Sports, Real Sports Radio. Welcome back, baseball fans, to U.S. Bank Stadium. We're on the top of the 9th inning here. Gophers lead 7-6. Will Sem back on the mound, looking to close this one out. He's had a pretty decent outing so far. Now it's going to be fouled back. Make it 1-1. Sem has gone 1 2/3 innings pitched. 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1 from Sem. That one's high. Batting is Eric Joe, the shortstop, who's 2 for 3 on the day. Hits are tied up at 8 apiece. The 2-1, that one's fell back. Now 2-2. Sem to Joe, 2-2. That one's going to be drilled to center field. Bateman's there to make the catch. And quickly, there's one down here in the 9th inning. Now batting will be the second baseman, number 2, Traden Tamia. So 1 out, base is empty. Here's the pitch from Sem, way up there for a ball. Now there's the 1-0. Fell back to the netting. 1-1 now. Gophers looking to avoid the sweep here this weekend. They lost the first 2. But have an opportunity to win this one. Here's a drive to right field, and it's over the head of right fielder Otto Grimm. He couldn't make the catch, and that's going to be a double for Tamia, his second hit of the ball game. That was hit pretty well to right field and went off the wall. Now there's going to be a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Matthew Thompson coming in to pinch hit for Booker. Matt Thompson of Missouri City, Texas. Played his high school ball at Ridge Point. So there is one down, but runner at second base. See what the Gophers decide to do here. You'd maybe think they would walk this hitter to get the double play intact. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit. Fair ball hits the third base, and that's going to be a base hit for Thompson. It probably could have been played by the third baseman, Jack Kelly, but it took a weird bounce off the third base. And now runners at first and second, and Air Force will be back at the top of the order as Blake Corvin comes up to bat. And now we might have a pitching change here. There are two pitchers warming up in the bullpen for Minnesota. Still having that meeting at the mound right now. And Sem is going to stay in. Looking to get out of this jam with one out. So 7-6 Minnesota over Air Force. We're at the top of the ninth inning. One out. Now batting Blake Corvin. Here's the first pitch. And that one's going to be just outside. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to catch the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 now. Here's the pitch, and that one was in the dirt, but Corvin chased that one. He did go around. That'll be a strike. It's now 1-2. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, and he got him. Strike three, swinging. Corvin goes down swinging. A great off-speed pitch there by Sem. Now 2 outs. Coming up to bat will be Coolasingham. Last hope for Air Force. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Top of 9. Will Sem looking to close this one out. He has 5 strikeouts already in his outing. Here's the first pitch, breaking ball that gets Coolasingham to swing at. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another swinging strike, 0-2. His off-speed stuff is really working right now. So 0-2, 2 outs, top of 9. Runners at first and second. Minnesota leads by 1 run. The 0-2, and it's going to be line foul. So 0-2 once again. Runners will be running on contact here with 2 outs. Oh, 0-2 once again. Here's the pitch. Once again, foul towards the Air Force dugout. Minnesota looking to avoid the sweep and snap their 4-game losing streak. The 0-2 once again. He got him! Strike 3 swinging! Will Sim comes in and shut things down, and the Minnesota Golden Gophers get the victory over Air Force in game number 3, 7-6. What a performance by Will Sim. He goes 2 2/3. Lets up only 2 hits, 0 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. At first, Sam, he really struggled when he first came in, but he calmed down very nicely after the first couple batters. And a great shutdown performance by Sam and a nice late comeback by the Gophers. And they prevail in game number 3 against Air Force. The Falcons did win the series 2-3. Nonetheless, you know, losing 2 games is better than losing 3, so a nice win here tonight for the Golden Gophers. And a pretty classy move by the University of Minnesota here, saying thank you for your service to the Air Force cadets on this Falcons team. And yes, we would like to thank them for their service as well. So once again, our final score here this afternoon, the Golden Gophers get the 7-6 victory over Air Force. Winning pitcher will be Will Sem, moves to 1-2. Losing pitcher is Moats, and he is 0-1. So thank everyone for tuning in here this afternoon. My name is Blake Mortensen. I had tonight's play-by-play call here on Radio K, Real Sports Radio. And I am signing off from downtown Minneapolis and U.S. Bank Stadium.